Welcome. We're talking here with Professor Bakker from University of Rotterdam. So Professor Bakker, we have some questions for you. So burnout is often mistaken for fatigue. What are we still getting wrong about it?
What we get wrong about burnout and fatigue? Well, burnout is the chronic version of fatigue. So fatigue is, I think, a normal side effect of working hard. So if you have a lot of work to do, work pressure, deadlines, complex work, then you need to invest a lot of cognitive effort, for example, or physical effort to get the work done. And that's very much okay, but you get tired. And because of getting tired, you will need to recover. So in the evening after work, you try to engage in all kinds of other activities, or to relax, or to try to not think about your work, like listening to music, doing something with the family, going to the cinema, for example. So that will help you to build up the reservoir of energy again that you have used during the workday. So if you do that, then the next day you come to work and you feel better able to deal with the same demands. If you don't do that, then job demands and also your fatigue starts to accumulate over time. So it becomes more and more, and that can develop into what we call chronic fatigue or burnout. So then you're really very tired all the time. A weekend of sleep will not help you to recover. And also you become really cynical about what you contribute to your work, about the clients you work with. And so that's a bad space to be in, and so it's very important to prevent burnout.
Thank you. And you mentioned recovery, and we all talk about work-life balance.
Mm-hmm.
So what does real recovery actually look like?
Yeah, well, work-life balance is about the impact that work can have on your private life. So you bring your work home, you work in the evening, you don't pay attention to your partner or your children, you still think about your work, so you cannot recover from the work-related effort. So I think the best thing to do after a busy day at work is to try to do other things. So the three experiences that come with recovery are first a cognitive form of recovery, which is psychological detachment, not thinking about work, by, for example, being really involved in your hobbies or going to the cinema. The second form is relaxation, like listening to relaxing music or going to the sauna and so forth, going for a swim. And the third one is mastery. And mastery means that you try to master something new, to learn something new, like learning a new language, or playing the guitar, or acting in a play as an amateur, but still you are very busy with something that's very different from your work. And these experiences you can then use in your work, and you feel self-efficacious. So that's the third form of recovery. So we have psychological detachment, relaxation, and mastery as recovery strategies.
And the recovery, we think that might be critical for leaders of organizations. So if you had to give one practical advice to leaders to reduce burnout, what would it be?
I have three advices. So the first is leaders have to take care of themselves. So in terms of recovery, for example, the things that I just said apply, of course, also to leaders. And you can only be a very good leader and motivate your employees if you are energetic yourself. So first take care of yourself, then take care of the working conditions of your employees. So take care of the balance between the demands like work pressure, emotional demands, and the resources like social support, autonomy, providing opportunities for development and so forth. So this is an important intervention by managers or leaders. And the third is that employees can also themselves try to optimize their work design by engaging in what I call job crafting. By job crafting, I mean proactively trying to optimize your demands and resources so that you can function well, you feel well, you're engaged at work. And that can be facilitated by leaders by giving the opportunity to craft work or providing a training to do so. So yeah, I think there are three things here for leaders: recover themselves, take care of themselves, taking care of the work environment of employees, and the third is facilitate job crafting.
Professor Bakker, thank you very much.
You're welcome, Sylvia.